Fred will turn you apart again. Fred will take you apart again. Fred. Therapy, where are you? Last be having ya. Last be having ya. Best Eric Ten Hag team performance of the season. The best, that counter press, that passing. Where is it? Fred, can we keep that Fred, please? Can we please? He's wears a wig. He's wearing a wig. The Antonio Conte, he's wearing a wig. He's wearing a wig. He's wearing a wig. The Antonio Conte, he's wearing a wig. I told you guys, where are those people that were coming for me, telling me about Antonio Conte, Antonio this, Antonio that? That's a disgraceful. It was disgraceful. They've got better players than that. They've got better players than that. That was a disgraceful performance. We made them look shy. Glazers out. Win, lose or draw. Glazers out. Get in, Reds. Glazers out. Bruno. Hey, where did that performance get from? Where did that performance come from? Big up Pandy, Aaron Pandy. You know what? You were right. I'm going to send you the link. Come on, Aaron. Come on. Can you let me know if you can jump on? Guys, I've lost my voice. I'm near the Stretford and I'm singing, Fred, will take you apart again. You know what? You don't understand. That takes me back to long time ago. When Giggs first burst into the scene, and I was only a kid, I was a child then, like a small child. I remember that song, Giggs, in the playground. Giggs will tear you apart again. Now Fred will tear you apart again. That's what the song was tonight. But talk to me, people. He wears a wig. He's wearing a wig. The Antonio Conte, he's wearing a wig. What did I tell you about that guy? He wears a wig. He's wearing a wig. The Antonio Conte, football, crimes against football. Bumbaye, what are you telling me? You wanted him as our manager. What a pile of dog shite tonight. What a pile of dog shite. Talk to me. Did you hear the chants? Fred will tear you up.
What an absolutely fantastic performance.
You see that Ten Hag football, yeah? Best Ten Hag ball performance this season. And they were dog shite. We counter pressed so many times on them. And you know what? On my mum's grave, we let them off the hook. It could be 4 or 5 tonight. It should be 4 at least. What was it like watching it on TV?
I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. I swear to God, I've not enjoyed a game like that for God knows how long. If this is a sign of things to come, we are in good hands. I mean, every single player today has a shout for man of the match, barring Jadon Sancho, who wasn't bad, but everybody was fantastic today, man. The way we just won that ball back straight away, man. Everybody, it was just brilliant to watch. Just a fantastic game. We just demolished them. Absolute demolition, bro. I'm so happy.
He wears a wig. He's wearing a wig. That Antonio Conte, he's wearing a wig. Mundo, people wanted him. What did I tell you about this guy? What did I tell you about that Antonio Conte, Mundo? What did I tell you? I don't want him anywhere near my football club. I've had it with Jose 2.0, mate. 2.0. I never want that guy anywhere near my football club. So many people came for me. Crimes against football. I spoke to a couple of Spurs fans when I came out of that stadium. They were like, I said to them, you've got good players. You've got decent players. How could you let that guy do that to your football club? And some United fans, he's a winner. What is he winning with that shit football, mate? Mundo, how did you see that game? The song at the Stretford end above the tunnel was, Fred Fred will tear you apart again. What's the song? I've got the footage on here. I'm going to post it on Twitter. Mundo, how did you see that game? Did you see the counter pressing from Fred Casemiro, Luke Shaw, Martinez, backing up the forwards who do the counter press? And Mundo, we let them off the hook. I'm telling you, we let them off the hook. It should have been 4 at least. It should have been. If we had that last bit of composure in the last third, we could have been through so many times in the second half. We could have murdered them.
The one thing I will say is, I hope that these fucking owners give this manager what he needs. Because today we got a taste. It's a taste. But you know what? But we did it with for me, certain players who are limited. You give him what he needs, and you know what? We could be talking about positive future. But in terms of what happened today, Spurs were just as good as United were. Spurs were atrocious, absolutely atrocious. But I tell you what, there's a period.
Mundo, we made them look that bad, though, Mundo. We absolutely tactically
strangled
them. We strangled the hell out of them. They play three in midfield, and we won most of the 50-50s. We battered them. Casemiro, next levels. Do you remember for 3 years we had Fred McTominay?
Now we've got
a guy in his 30s. Yeah, he's a bit slow, right? He's a bit slow going to challenges, but his intelligence on the football, next levels. His positioning, his pressing, next levels. I'm telling you, watching him live was just incredible to watch. Tom, what are you drinking tonight, pal? What are you drinking?
I'm not on anything tonight. I'm not on anything.
Listen, the best Ten Hag performance, controlled majority of that game. Kane had one in the angle near post that he made a save from, and then the one at the end. Was he offside at the end?
Offside,
yeah.
So he had one shot in 94 minutes.
Martinez ate him tonight, man.
Ate him for breakfast.
I swear.
There was a period in the second half where we're talking about the press, where Varane, our centre half, won the ball on the edge of Tottenham's box. That's how hard we were pressing them.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want to talk about players who I don't want to bring up painful memories of the past. But I'm not used to seeing my centre halves that high up the pitch. You know, back in the day, we had certain centre halves. I won't name them, right? Who would never leave the edge of our own box, never mind be on the edge of the opposition's box. So it's refreshing. Players that with mobility, there's flexibility in the system. Players are pressing.
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely we put the pillow over their head and put Conte's team to sleep forever. That's how much we snuffed them out, big time.
How did you see the game? Tom?
Controlled, disciplined. Like I think a lot of people have already said already. It was probably the best game that we've seen in terms of actually controlling the game. We always go to the same point. You're on mute, Nurdin, by the way. We always go to the same point when we say it with this Manchester United team is, can this team control a game? Because the technical abilities of some of these players are questionable because they aren't technically qualified to play in this system. If you had a qualification, most of these players wouldn't make it if you wanted to play technical football, because if you want to play technical football, I would look at majority of our squad and say, right, if they're technical players, the most technical team that you will ever see grace an English football pitch plays on the other side of the city, in Manchester City. They are technical. Pretty much majority of Manchester City's players are technical players. And I look at our Manchester United team and I think, how many of our players play that similar way of football? There's very few. But 3 of them were brought through the door in the summer. 3. who can play, who have those qualifications. 3 of them. And like Mundo's already said about, if these owners don't fucking wake up and look at what they have, because we've always had a poison chalice when it comes to managers. Either they haven't lived up to the expectation when they've walked into the door, or they have had failure on their record before. You have got a manager now, not even a manager, a coach, who is qualified enough at the highest level to take a team to the pinnacle of European, world football. He's at the peak of his powers. But the one thing that I love about this manager, and I loved about him before he even came in the door, was I never saw an X next to his name. I never saw he's been sacked. I never saw he's been removed from office. These are the sort of people that you need to invest in. Why do you think Jurgen Klopp's gone through his whole career potentially being a decent, half-decent manager or a world elite manager? Pep Guardiola. These people haven't been fucking sacked. Wherever they've gone, they've just moved on. And that's how you know greatness, when you've got it. But these owners now, they have something good in their hands. And that is this manager. And the thing that I love about Ten Hag is he doesn't sugarcoat anything. Yes, we won 2-0. Brilliant. We took the absolute foot off of the gas tonight. Literally Ten Hag, he took his hand off of Conte's throat in that game because
Tom,
we were suffocating them.
Tom, we let them off the hook. It should have been at least
It
4.
should have been at least 4 or 5 minimum. Easily. We suffocated, and like Mundo already said in that second, in the whole entire game, when your centre halves are on the edge of the opposition box, you know you've been suffocated. You know you're in submission move. You are absolutely suffocating them with the pressing way and the pressing style. But listen, we've said it before about these players. We said it between 6 and 18 months ago with some of these players. When you get a proper coach in, we're going to see the wheat from the chaff. We're going to see who can make it and who can't. And we're going to see people, if they want to actually run and put the effort in or not. Because the players who haven't put the effort in, ironically enough, they're nowhere near this fucking squad. And they're nowhere near the team. Wink, wink, I don't need to say any names. But the players that we have brought in, none of them have hardly been dropped whenever they've played. And that questions and that spells something. But like Mundo's already said, you need to invest in something good while you have it. Because we see it down in London, where a manager's been backed heavily over the hills, even when people wanted him out and sacked, in Mikel Arteta. He's been given the time, he's been given the opportunity, and he's been given a proper structure around him to work with. And he's coaching those players brilliantly. We've seen it for the last 4 or 5 years with Liverpool and Manchester City, where the managers have been given the time and the money to position themselves in the games and to control games. But in terms of the game itself, the control was there, the discipline was there. Casemiro, I don't want to hear about it anymore, about this bollocks to do with CDMs in this league, because that was miles clear of majority of the central defensive midfielders in this league. That performance, miles clear of Fabinho at Liverpool, miles clear of a Rodgers performance, because that's what you call discipline. And you don't have to be the quickest, like Nuruddin said earlier. You don't have to be the quickest to play CDM. If you're intelligent enough, you're in the right area to make the interception, to make the tackle. But that's one thing that we've been missing. But listen, we've got the game, we've got the 2 goals, we've got the clean sheet, we've got the 3 points. Let's move on. I want to see a consistent pattern now. I want to see this, and I think the game that we can see it probably better against will be Chelsea, because they play similar to how we play in the patterns and how we try and control the game. And that's the game where I think, in terms of especially the midfield, like when we said in the preview, I think the midfield was crucial today, where we had to control that. And we completely disciplined them and cut off the wing backs completely. And like we all agreed in the preview and everything, and I know people in the comments were getting in about it and stuff, as I make my final point, if you cut off Spurs' wing backs, they can't create jack all. Because the midfield is in the midfield. If they don't if there isn't a clear line in pass forwards, where Casemiro was blocking all those passing angles, going forward, if you can't see a clear pattern of play forwards, Spurs are fucked because they don't have an Eriksen. They don't have a Bruno Fernandes who can play the Hollywood pass 40, 50 yards. They don't have that player. They had him and he left. He went to Inter Milan. And that was the guy who came on today. But at the end of the day, it was disciplined, it was controlled, and it's like Mundo said, it's what we're looking forward to. But if you want this to be consistent, these owners need to either invest or evade and get the fuck out and get somebody else to invest.
How did you see the game, bro? How did you see that game? For me,
well, look, I mean, I don't want to get too giddy again, but
no, it's not about getting giddy. We're just listen. It's not about what we get. We're judging the game tonight.
yeah, I mean, look, it was total domination, but I just don't understand. I was trying to work out what is that in that guy's brain. I don't understand it.
Wears a wig.
Don't understand it.
A wig. That Antonio Conte is wearing a wig. People were coming for me, telling me he's a winner. I said, I want nothing to do with that guy. I don't want him anywhere near my football club because Jose ruined me. Jose made me lose my hair. Jose football made me lose my hair. I do not want it. I'm not getting giddy. That was the blueprint on how to play in an Erik ten Hag team. And Fred, from what he was, that's not Fred. That's somebody else tonight. That was somebody else tonight.
That's Fredinho, mate.
That was not Fred. But go ahead, Efan.
I mean, look, like I said, to me, when I look at that game, it's a mixture of us playing well in terms of like our intensity was amazing. The way we won the ball back was like the best I've seen. But like I said, I don't want to get too giddy because I look at what they did and I look at this guy's a brain dead moron with those players. What the fuck are you doing? So look, he made us look even better than we played, right? And like I said to you, I agree with you that we need a striker. We need a striker because I'm asking myself, were they amazing saves or was it bad finishing again? And that's the thing. And look, much as we love Rashford, he's not a striker. He'll never be a striker. He's just not a striker. But overall gameplay, Casemiro was my man of the match, easily my man of the match, right? He was definitely my man of the match. And I just love the fact that we had intensity throughout the game, And we looked solid at the back because I didn't see Kane do anything. I didn't even see Son in the game. So they're good things, but I'm just trying to gauge whether we were way better than we were way better than we normally are. But I'm just trying to gauge how much they allowed us to be so good. I'm just trying. I'm trying to work out my brain. I'm not sure. I know I'm happy because I want to see that for 5 games. I'm not going to see it for one and get excited. I'm happy that we did it, but I want to see it for 5 games. I want to see it against a tougher team than them. I can't believe they're third playing like that. I just cannot believe that they're third. It's shocking to me. They've got good players everywhere, but. It's shocking, but big respect to the defense. I thought De Gea's distribution was great. I still want to see Anthony get past the guys. Dalot tried it a few times, which was great. There are little tweaks because one thing that pisses about United really pisses me off is when players take 2-3 touches when they're on a break. What's the 2-3 touch business? It should be bang, bang, bang. Like 5-a-side. Like you see City, one pass, bang. We're taking 2-3 touches, which lets the players get back into position, lets defenders get back in position. So there's a few things we need to make ourselves a really top team. But like I said, total domination. They allowed total domination, but it's good to see United play with that intensity. Really, real intensity. And that was without Eriksen. But like I said, with the defense and Casemiro playing that, sure, had a great game. Dalot had a good game as well. Obviously, Fred, don't get me wrong. I love the guy, but he still can't pass though, can he? He can't really pass, can he? Let's be honest. He can't really shoot, can he? Let's be honest. But his intensity is amazing. So, let's just move on from let's see. It's a hard game to sort of is to gauge when they're that shit. They basically laid it on a plate for us today. That's my analysis of that, Nuruddin.
To me, the complete performance, and we made them look shit. They're shit because their tactics, they always have to play the same way. They try to play low to mid block, and then they try to find Kane. Kane does this donkey stuff where he waits for the player to jump and then barges him, then wins the ball, and then puts Son away. That's the only fucking tactic. They've got really good players.
They have.
We figured them out. That's the best counter pressing I've ever seen from a Manchester United team. I have never watched them game live and saw a Man United press like that. We strangled
Okay,
them.
wait, Nuruddin, let me ask you then. Let me ask you, what do you think has caused that then? What do you think has caused that level of counter pressing today? What do you think the difference was?
The difference that the game plan came off. Eric Ten Hag's telling him a game plan. The game plan came off other than Sancho. Sancho was wasteful in the first half with the ball. He gave the ball away a couple of times. But every other player...
I think he was hiding, Nuruddin. I think he hides a little bit in the game. He hides.
I don't know about hiding, but I thought in the best of moments he could have done more driving into the box. But towards the end of that first half, I thought we dominated parts of the first half. I think we got about 30 minutes. They had about a couple of counter-attacks. I don't remember them having any sustained possession and threatening us. I don't see that. I don't see that. And the funniest thing, tonight I saw, what's his name? The Croatian player. He's gone.
Perisic.
Perisic is gone, mate. He tried to come to here, got a lot, and he kicked it out for a goal kick. It was surreal. But tonight, the game plan came off for Eric Ten Hag, and that was what pleases me the most. That was what pleases me the most. I'm not getting giddy. I'm not getting overexcited. But people in this chat therapy army have been giving me grief for a long time, telling me about Sancho. About Antonio Conte. Conte, no, mate. I never wanted him anywhere near my football club. Spurs fans who came out, I come out near the Munich tunnel. I looked at them. I said, how's he doing that to you? And they were like, we don't know, mate. But Bumbaye, I'll go back to you. Who was your top three tonight? Who stood out for you? By the way, there's nearly 200 even here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We'll come on to the Ronaldo thing because Ronaldo needs to buy his some out of the contract and get the fuck out of Man United tomorrow. Tomorrow. Not next week, not next day, to fucking tomorrow. He needs to get the fuck out of this football club because what he did there is a disgrace. You might have fucking millions of Twitter followers, but you're not bigger than fucking Man United. Get the fuck out of this football club. That is disgraceful. That is disgraceful. Who the fuck do you think you are? You should have fucking bought yourself out and left in the summer. I'll go to you, Bumbaye. Who performed well for you? Because I've had enough of that Ronaldo bastard. He's walking in front of us before the game's over.
Nobody wanted him,
What the
Nuruddin.
fuck are you walking to? What are you doing? Making this about your fucking self. It's not about you. You are fucking gone, mate. Your legs are gone. And he's telling you here, he's fucking telling you here in clear terms, Ten Hag. Marcus Rashford was ill at the weekend. He was not available for the 90 minutes. Otherwise, he would have started on Sunday. You saw the moment Marcus came in. And it says here, we are getting more dynamic up in front. That's what we need. That's what we need today. Right? So it is that. But Ronaldo can get the fuck out of here. Go ahead, Bumbaye. Who was your man of the match?
Man, like you could have selected 10 out of the 11 players for that man of the match, and I won't argue with you. Everybody did their job today, from back to front. De Gea's distribution, getting it out of his feet quickly, making the right passes. He was flawless in that department. Even his long balls were really good. Martinez just gobbled Kane up today. So aggressive, pushed high on him, straight on him. Varane won everything in the air. I thought Delors was brilliant today, and I thought Luke Shaw was class today. I really did. He powered forward, and every pass he made was right. Even in the tight spots, he fired it into feet. Casemiro, brilliant. Fred was magnificent today. I thought he just set us right up the way he pressed. But Rashford, I mean, I love Rash. I think Rash is just coming better and better and better. And I think that's Anthony's best game for me today. Really enjoyed what I've seen from him today. I'd go with Bruno is my man of the match tonight. And I think Ten Hag will handle this Ronaldo thing just until January, and then that will settle itself, hopefully. It's not good that every week we have to talk about this, that he's not playing, that if you don't start him, he's going to be pissed off. If you bring him on, you can't really win at this moment. It's not a major issue. I don't think Ten Hag is bothering Ten Hag too much. He'll deal with it. And I think the writing's on the wall. So these are just going to remain, petulant talking points, but that'll figure itself out.
HKN, did you see my tweet before the game started? I tweeted Fred to get the winner with laughing emojis. He's laughing at me tonight. That is not the Fred that was playing on Sunday. But big up to you, bro. Listen, for me, I'll go back to you, Tom. Sorry, Mundo.
Sorry, one more thing. I think I was saying this to the boys. I think the fact that you've got Ten Hag now, and he's come to bring a type of football that's different to what we've had before, and he's coaching players, and the way that this team is starting to move as one unit, the way we expanded and we came back in today was amazing. But I think for me anyway, I will learn, I think we might learn a little bit more about players that we think we know quite well when they're playing in a team that plays a certain football in a certain way. And I think Fred might be one of those because Fred today, they've been playing in positions that are not their natural positions in teams that have been really struggling. And now that Casemiro comes in, you see Fred's work is a lot more valuable. And he put a beautiful ball in for Marcus today, and everybody played quick. So I think that is something that we will be seeing more of as this team starts to settle a little bit more.
Big up. Let me just get the super chat. HKN says, music says, told you about my guy Fred. Big up. Same Miasi says, thanks for beating the scum. Spurs are one-man team. Guess who's still top of the league? Go on, Zane. See, Zane, but you want Chelsea to beat us. They're your London rivals, and you want us to beat us. You should be ashamed. No Arsenal fan ever wants Chelsea to win anything after what they sing about your club. That's a disgrace. Mundo, talk to me. Let me just get this. Ronaldo wanted to leave. Enik Ten Hag says, yes, Ronaldo found few others. Glazers didn't want him to go. With high fees, no club could afford the transfer fees. So now we get drama. I blame of course it is. It's always the fucking bastard Glazers. Go ahead, Mundo.
Yeah, I have to take the humble pie and take a big slice because I was one of the Fred detractors before the game. In our group WhatsApp, I was like, Fred.
Oh no, it's Fred.
Mundo, you and maybe 500 million Man United fans.
Yeah.
Not just you, mate. Not just you.
And I think some pundits as well, some ex-Man United players are probably on Twitter and on TV or whatever saying the same thing. After that performance against Newcastle, but he was big today. He played really, really well. To the point where I'm thinking, do we play him against Chelsea over Eriksen? I'm in two minds now. Like, I never thought I'd be in that situation where I was thinking Eriksen or Fred. But I have to give credit to the manager because the manager's giving him a specific job. And he knows that Fred likes to go hunting. So it's like, go on, mate, you go hunting. Don't bother, don't try and do anything with the ball, right? You're terrible on the ball. You're my hunt dog. You just go, you put your nose down like a hunting dog and you sniff for the ball and you hunt. That's your job today. And he did that really well. And I think that the rest of the team followed the example. I also want to I'll give a shout out to Bruno because he's been getting a lot of stick. I've been giving him a lot of stick. And I thought today he put in a real captain's performance today. I thought he looked after the ball really well. He won the ball back a lot as well, which you don't often see from him. He used the ball a little. He used a lot. First half, he gave the ball away a few times, but second half, he used the ball really well.
That chance to get Sancho away when we counter-pressed him and won the ball.
He overhit it. He overhit it. It was a simple pass.
And then,
But second half, he was much better. He took his goal really, really well. And I also noticed, and I don't know if it was a tactical thing, that he was actually taking up deeper positions. So he wasn't, normally he's normally goes beyond the strikers in previous systems and with the previous managers. And we've often been outnumbered in midfield. Whereas today he was a lot deeper and doing his work a lot deeper, which I've been calling for a long time. So I don't know if that was a tactical thing from Ten Hag, but that was fantastic. Obviously, Casemiro, the general, he just came in and just ran the show in midfield. Dalot as well, because I was super critical of Dalot. I think the last few games has been terrible, but today He did really well, and the fullbacks were going beyond the wingers for once, which you haven't seen in a while. But in terms of top three, I'm going to give man of the match to. I'm going to give it to Bruno. Captain, scored a goal, played well. Casemiro's up there, and Fred. I'm going to give it to those three. And on the Ronaldo thing, I don't know if we're going on to that topic yet, but on the Ronaldo thing, I just think it is the Glazers' fault. They've created a situation. He should have been off in the summer. It's clear he's not going to get, if Martial and Rashford are fit, he's not getting any game time. End of. And the thing I said in the group chats to friends or whatever is a lot of people have been making talking about his physical effect on the team, whether he presses and all the rest of it. But I think there's a psychological element as well, because when he's on the pitch, it seems like players are inhibited. Players don't want to take risks. They don't want to do things on the ball. Everything's like, I've got to give the ball to Ronaldo. I've got to give the ball to Ronaldo.
Don't want to upset him.
Yeah, they don't want to upset him. They all want to give the ball to him. Whereas today, players were taking responsibility. Fred was making runs, having shots. Dalot was attacking. Shaw was passing the ball to the midfielders. Everyone was just looking forward, trying to get the ball to Ronaldo. So I think, how many games have we got before the World Cup? Not too many. I'd be surprised if he plays again. Unless we've got injuries up front. We've got serious injuries. And we need to get rid of him in January. Even if we let him go for free. Because you can imagine the impact. Now we're on a roll. You can see we're playing as a team. We don't want that negative influence.
You know,
we need to get it out of the club. We need to get that away from as far away from the players as possible. Any player that is negative, and Ronaldo clearly is in that space now, we've just got to cut them loose. We can't let them drag us down anymore.
It's a disgrace. Listen, Bumbai, 1 second. I'm going to go to Tom. Tom. Who's your best three players of the game tonight? Who was your man of the match?
Could probably choose most of the team, to be honest with you. I thought probably if I have to pick three, I thought De Gea distribution-wise, superb. I've noticed a lot of times in not just this season anyway, and under Ten Hag's coaching, but whenever a team comes to Old Trafford and they try and play 3 at the back or 5 at the back, they struggle with keeping the system secure. And the reason why that is because the pitch is that wide and massive, you can't cover all the gaps and plug all the holes in the system. That is one of the primary reasons why Antonio Conte, whenever he's come to OT, whether it's been Tottenham or Chelsea, he's never won a fucking game. Whenever he's come here, he never won a game. And I think that's probably one of the primary reasons as to that. But one of the reasons I would say with De Gea distribution-wise, I thought passing, you've definitely seen an improvement there. Casemiro, I've already said about his plaudits before, but probably my man of the match, I would say personally, to be honest. I thought the areas that we've got into, I think he's made massive difference in a short amount of time, to be honest. I thought the Everton game, we saw the levels that were there. Then seeing it now more that he's got up to the level of fitness. And when he had that introduction against Southampton, I'll be honest, he was shocking. I'll be very brutally honest. I thought Southampton game that was shocking. Cultural reality check. But ever since then, I've just seen go up and up and up. And for me, I thought Anthony, he had a brilliant game. I thought he absolutely ripped them to shit. If I'm being if I let me words loose, I thought he absolutely ripped Spurs to shit. He sent Perisic back to the negotiations when we were talking about Martial and a Perisic swap deal under Mourinho. Completely sent him to the shops and the cleaners. But
I thought it was 3 of them. He sent 3 of them to the shops with just a bit of control. Bit of
control. This is the thing, but we need to see more of it. And I don't know what it is. And call me a conspiracy theorist in this regard. Our wide players, I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter who plays there. They're just afraid to take people on or take risks, because it doesn't matter if it's Anthony on the right wing, Rashford left, Martial, fucking Elanga, whoever it is, Sancho. I'll put all of them in the same bracket. I don't see it enough where they're challenging people. Even if things don't come off, put the effort in, have a go. What have you got to lose? You're either going to lose the ball or you're going to be halfway up the field putting a cross in the box for whoever's in the middle. But I'll touch just 2 minutes on the Ronaldo thing. Listen, we've already seen it enough, and to be honest with you, I would have packed his bags in the summer when he was in Portugal. To be honest with you, I'd have told him to stay there when he was there for the family reasons and everything like that. And honestly, it's been an absolute disgrace, if I'm being perfectly honest, for the last 3 months, because all I'm hearing is just whinging and whining and the same old bollocks over time. Before we had it all last season with, is the Lord and Saviour, is the greatest player of all time, when we're coming up on all these games and winning us matches. We had fucking no one last year. We had nobody who was playing at all. So I'm not surprised.
This is it. I want to just get Roland Jacob. He says here, thanks for the super chat, bro. He says, also, Nurin, I feel really good. I'm going to sleep peacefully without a heart attack. I went to church for 90 minutes, heard of an old pastor. His name is Fred, Pastor Fred, along with his mate Bruno. Big up Ronald. Yeah, it was crazy. Big up Yusuf Hassan, by the way, for the great tweets. Irfan, your second trophy's beating Spurs. No more trophies for United this season after this. It's coming for you. It's coming for you. But I will go to you, Irfan.
Have we lost him?
Yeah, but say your piece.
Yeah, so my 3 best players. I mean, statistically, obviously, it's Bruno's the man of the match. You know, statistically, you know what he did, got amount of chances he created. But Casemiro was my man of the match, and then I'll give it to Bruno. And I don't know who the third player was. I mean, I think Shaw was very neat today. I think who else? Martinez was very strong today, very solid today. De Gea had a good game today because I like the fact that he didn't really give much away. You know, he distributed to the wing backs when he needed to, and then hit it high when he needed to. So he had a good game. Like I said, it's very hard for me. I'm not like blown. I'm obviously so happy to see, and I'm thinking, because it's easy to think, I think we're in the promised land to a degree, as in like this might be a turning point for the way the team can play. But because they were so bad, I don't know what to make of it. I just don't know what to say at the moment. But I'm hoping, because like I said, Fred looked like a different player today. But I'm hoping these little tweaks in the system are helping Man United. And like I said, I was worried today because without Eriksen, I just think we ain't going to do shit without Eriksen. So, like I said, it's very hard to pick 3 players. I could pick 2, but I don't know about 3 because there's about 6 other players that could get the third spot. So I'm very, very happy with that. But like I said, it's the guy. It's why I love Casemiro, because his positional play and the way he sweeps up and puts the tackles in, and he gets in position to even have shots. I mean, this guy is leagues above anybody we've had at CDM for a long time. And so I'm very, very happy. Like that's why I'm excited to see a guy in front of our back 4 who knows how to play the game. Like as a CDM, like top level CDM. I just wish you had him 3-4 years ago when he was fitter and younger and faster. That's my only thing with him. That's my thing. On to Ronaldo. I'm going to cut him some slack because although what he's doing is wrong, but I'm not surprised because this is who he is. To say he's not all about this, so we should be surprised by that. We shouldn't. This is who he is. He's been selfish his whole life. He's been a brat his whole life, but he is one of the greatest players that's ever lived. And when he's been so used to the whole team playing around, setting him up. That's his whole life. His whole life, Real Madrid for years just played for him to knock it in or to opening for him. Benzema had no career because of this guy, because this guy was getting everything. So I don't know why United fans are surprised by his behavior. This is who he is. He's petulant, he's bratish, but he's still one of the greatest players that's ever lived, and he made us a super great team. So much as I dislike what he did, I'm not surprised by it one bit. I'm not surprised by it.
I don't think we're surprised. I think we knew it was inevitable because it was never Ten Hag's choice to keep him. The club kept him against his will. They held him to ransom, like they did with all the players, like they did with Pogba and others. Yeah. Well, this situation now was inevitable. Yeah. Because
let me say this to you then. So like you're the guy, right? Say it's you. You're the greatest player of all time. You're United. You were amazing for Real Madrid, right? and there you are coming towards the end of your career. But psychologically, you're thinking, I'm one of the greatest players.
No, Irfan, no, I'm not.
Wait. Let me make the point. No, let me make the point. No, I'm just playing devil's advocate. What I'm saying is, you might not realize that your legs have gone. You might not realize you're finished as a player because you think you can still keep going. So because it looks bad and it looks horrible, I'm not defending the guy. I'm trying to work out what's in his brain.
I'm shocked that you're making excuses for him.
I think Jarvis put a comment in.
He's not my favorite guy. I've got no feelings for the guy at all. I'm trying to get into your head what makes him do shit like that. And I'm just saying, don't be surprised because this is who he is. This is who he is.
No.
Listen, do you know what? Look. Jarvis put a comment in before Tom spoke, which was a really sensible and good comment. Look, I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo's situation, Ten Hag will handle that situation, and it's not long to go. And I think when a team plays without you and plays so well and takes it, Tottenham is third. It's a big game. This, if we lose it, then you know what, the gap is big. So today was a very important game with our direct top 4 rival. That's what they are, and we won so well. And he did that. He's doing himself a disservice. What Jarvis is saying, what he should do, just to partake in the joy of the team.
Absolutely.
Your personality, be there for the team. And you know what? Look, mistakes, impulsive behaviors. Because I think with Ronnie, the problem is it's not an ordinary situation with any player. Ronnie, it's a bit, it's Ten Hag's proving that without you, we are better. And that's a tough pill to swallow for a person.
Yeah, big time.
That mentality. So I think the Ronnie thing, guys, you're going to be continuing a running commentary on it until it's finished. But I just hope he doesn't become a villain at United. He doesn't deserve that. He walked out, okay, he shouldn't have at all today, but he does himself a disservice. If I'm Ten Hag, I put my arm around him again and say, look, you fucked yourself. I need you to do this job for me. You have a part to play, if not on the pitch, off it. So this is how it's got to be with Ronaldo. I wouldn't make Ronnie into a villain and stuff like that. I don't think it's that, not at all.
But bro,
we don't want to create more problems for ourselves than we need to. So I think the Ronaldo situation, just accept it, guys, and move on with it. Because Ten Hag will handle that easy.
It's pure ego. It's one of the biggest egos that's ever existed. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, don't be surprised by this. You know what it's like when he substituted or whatever. You see his face. This time he took it to a level because he walked off before the game was done. He just took it to a different level. But he's been pissed off every time he's been substituted or not been played. You see on his face. I don't know why we're that surprised.
But look, when a guy like that is pissed off, it's not about I am surprised that Ronnie walks away at 90 minutes. There's another better decision, a more mature decision for a man of his age, of his experience, seeing young boys doing what he was doing before. So there is a different option that you can take there. He took the wrong one tonight, and he'll know that. But I think Ronaldo, part of the greatness of Ronaldo is, if you take away Ronaldo's stockade mentality, me against everybody, Messi is where he gets the love. I'm the villain. I have to work very hard to stay with him. Man, then you don't have the same player.
No, I don't disagree. What I'm saying is he basically, by his behavior, he sets a really shockingly bad example of how to go out the game gracefully. That's what he's showing. But this is what you do with egomaniacs. Some egomaniacs are like that. I mean, like I said, I'm not defending him one bit. I think you made a solid point. But like I said, he's coming towards the end of his career, but he doesn't realize, he probably doesn't realize that he's finished. He keeps thinking I'm the main guy. How come I'm not being picked? And that just goes with what he is. Like I said, it was a shockingly bad example to set for the rest of the team, because now the rest of the team's gonna be thinking this guy's done. The people that gave him a bit of slack in the team and now not give him any slack because he walked off and we won. We had the greatest game team. We had the greatest performance of this season, and you're the better to share it with us. So it's just going to make a bridge between him and the rest of the players. But like I said, this is who he is.
Listen, guys, he doesn't deserve it for the night that we won and we played really good football. He don't deserve to talk about it. Guys, get your comments in a row. I'll go around quickly. Man of them player ratings quickly. I'll go to you, Bumbaye, and then you can all go around quickly, okay? De Gea tonight.
Go for a 7.
Mundo?
I'll give him a 7 for his distribution.
Irfan?
7.5.
I'll give him a 7. Diego Dalot.
8.
Wow.
I'll give him a
7.5 from me.
I'll give him a 7.
7.5 for me. Because look, he's the only one I saw try to take on their defender. The only guy tried to get the byline of all of our players. He was the only one that tried it.
Varane.
6. I don't think he did anything amazing. I thought he was just solid.
I thought he was a monster in the air, in the corners.
Monster. He won
time the ball was
everything in the air tonight, man.
For that, he gets the 8 from me because he dominated the air, especially the corners and the free kicks. He gets the 8 from me.
7.5 for me.
Is that okay?
8.
I'll give him a 7. I thought Martinez had a better game than him.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
Martinez.
7.5.
Mundo.
I'm giving him an 8 because he absolutely bodied Kane. He put Kane in his grave.
He did.
Okay. Varane 7. Okay, 7.5 we'll give him. 8 for Martinez. From Irfan.
Yeah, 8 for me. He was one of my favourite players today. Solid. Absolutely solid.
8, man. Solid
8
8.
for Martinez. Okay,
Minimum.
8 for Martinez. Lazaro. We were singing Argentina. Could you hear that? Could you hear that through the TV? Argentina. Every time he tackled Kane. We'll go to Luke Shaw. I thought that was his best game for Man United for me.
Yeah.
In a long time.
Solid.
Long
Yeah.
time. I'm giving him an 8.
I'm giving him an 8. Yeah.
I'm giving him. He's pressing. He was part of the trio. Fred on that left-hand side. Fred, Casemiro, him were brilliant in that counter pressing. Big up Ronald Jacob. Hold up players like Abu Neymar, Mbappe, all have done things to respect their clubs. Ronaldo is wrong for sure, but say that he's a disgrace now, bro. I can't agree. Just old Ronaldo memories. No, mate. He's a disgrace. You're not bigger than fucking Man United, mate. Walking down the tunnel.
It's a mistake, man. It's a mistake. It's a mistake.
No, he's been disrespecting the club, mate. Why didn't
It's a mistake, man.
I won't mind if he doesn't have the money. He's got the effing money. Why didn't he buy his own contract out and leave in the summer? Why did he do that?
That's an assumption.
He's not a football socialist, you know. He doesn't understand what socialism is. Come on, man.
I'm not here for this. I'm not here. We'll go moving to Mr. Casemiro. I thought 8.
I give Shaw an 8. I'll give him 8. He's definitely one of the best players. I give him an 8. Casemiro, he gets an 8.5 from me.
How many did he get? Did Shaw get from you, Mumbai?
8, man.
Mundo, 8 for you as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Casemiro.
8.5, man. Come on, man.
Casemiro 8.5 as well.
Come on, man. Come on.
8.5.
He was in the right place everywhere, every time.
8.5, yeah.
Come on. Come on, Nuruddin, man. Come on.
Fred, I'm giving him a 9. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because the disgraceful performance on Sunday, to go and turn into that, it takes a lot. I just don't understand it. So honestly, he was Fred from fucking Stoke. Tony Pulis football on Sunday tonight. He's doing. Did you see that step he did? That step on hop. That literally, and then he let the ball go through his legs a couple of times.
Yeah.
He was having a laugh tonight. 9.
That's confidence. That's confidence. That's confidence.
Okay, we'll average you a 9. Fred gets a 9 from me.
No, 8.5 for me. 8.5.
To me, I was really harsh on him on Sunday, so he gets a 9 from me because he shut me up.
Fred gets an 8 from me because I gave him a 10, but he started on -2 from the Newcastle game. That brings him down
that's
to
true. That's true.
Okay. Bruno.
8 as well.
I give him an 8. I'm not having this. Like, I don't like the way he falls down and starts crying too much. I don't like that about a game. But you know, the passes in the final third was pretty special. That's the best thing he needs. That's what he needs to do all day long. Make those passes in the final third, not those Hollywood passes, but simple passes or passes that create something. That's what he needs to. That's what
8. So we're giving Bruno 8. 8
for me.
Bruno, man of the match, man.
Anthony,
it's got to be more than an 8.
Anthony, quickly.
8. Anthony, 8.
I thought he was brilliant tonight.
No, I'm giving him a 7.5. I don't think he was as amazing as you guys think. No.
7.5. 7.5. He was a bit more trickery. He wasn't direct enough. He doesn't run at his end. They doesn't try to take him on. Listen, at times there are things where he's got pure space in front of him. Get in the box, run into the box, be direct, make central runs. He doesn't. He checks back and then try to
He always checks back,
Get
Nuruddin. He always checks back onto his other
get
foot.
into the box. Right, 7.5. Sancho,
Nah, man.
6.
6.5.
Six.
6.5.
Six.
6.
Six. He was anonymous, man. Anonymous FC.
Okay. they're
I,
giving him
now, do you know what? Now, one thing Sancho did this evening, him and Anthony, they tracked back a lot tonight,
They
man.
did.
When they needed to go back, they worked back
But
really
for me,
well.
he
So
gets a 6.5.
Sancho 7, man.
He's
Nah,
working out.
I expect more from this guy. This guy's got pure talent. I haven't seen it yet, though. I saw him for Dortmund. This guy was deadly playing with once. I haven't seen that for United yet.
Yeah, but one game at a time,
Right.
man.
Rashford,
8.
7.
he gets a 7 because he was a
7.
bit more composed. He would have had at least 2 goals.
He hasn't
tonight.
got composure, Nuruddin. He hasn't got it. He's not striking. He hasn't got
You
composure.
have to give Lloris some credit there.
He made two good saves against him, didn't he? 2 good saves.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
He got a goal, he got a
Two
All right.
chances with the 2
Saves,
saves.
saves or poor shooting. Which one do you want? Which one do you want out of those two?
Rashford gets a 7.
No,
for
it's
me.
not, man. You've got to meet somewhere in the middle there. They were some
Scott
fucking
McTominay.
great saves.
Scott McTominay,
No, man. I'm not having it.
Yes,
10.
it's a 6, McTominay.
a 6. Yes, it's
He looked so square when he came on. He looked very square
arguing.
to me.
Who's man of the match, Casemiro or Bruno?
Casemiro for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. Bruno's my man of the match, so I have to go with like 9 if I'm giving Casemiro.
Bruno-
if we're going
Bruno's
8,
Yeah,
fine.
you give him a 9. You give him a 9. Yeah.
So 2. Okay, Bruno then. Bruno's man of the match, people. Bruno's man of the match. Listen, guys, we could be here. We know it's late. There's over 220 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. I've lost.
What are you
my
giving
voice.
Eric Ten Hag tonight?
Eric Ten
Yeah.
Hag for me gets a 9.5 for me tonight.
Oh, shit. Wait a second. Before you finish on it, what's the reason why he gets a 9.5? What's the reason?
He gets the thing because tonight there was a clear plan from minute 1. On
Which
this
was?
team.
Which was?
Do you
Which
know
was
tonight?
to squeeze the play. Do not let the 2 most dangerous players in the 2 guys that they play through is who? Kane in the middle. Don't give him time. Surround him. Win the ball back. And Son.
Yeah.
If you stop Kane, Son is ineffective in the game. And that was clear tonight. I thought the 2 fullbacks, the 2 fullbacks becoming inverted midfield players. So we had 2, and then 6 attacking was brilliant. The press from
Do you know what?
the press from
Fred.
from Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Fred was intense. The amount of second balls that we won. Basuma got bodied. Højbjerg got bodied. Højbjerg is playing the best football in his career. He got bodied. Benteke, I didn't even see him in the game. I didn't even see him in the game.
And he was one of
I
the
did not
best
even
players.
see him in the game, right? And that was we absolutely dismantled. He literally took their shields down. If it was a science fiction, he decimated Eric Ten Hag tonight. Decimated their shields. It's not a 10 for me because if you would have got scored 4 goals or 5, because that's what we deserved, he would have got 10. But it's 9 for me tonight. 9.5. That's
But he can't come on a pitch and score a goal. Nuruddin. What's he supposed to do about that?
No. The finishing. The players have to finish.
Did you guys notice? Did you guys notice tonight? It's weird. They came with like 3-5-2.
3-5-2, yeah.
It didn't work at all. They don't usually play like that. They play
but
2
listen to this.
Did you? And they play 3 off the pitch.
You were at the game, Dino. What I noticed tonight, which was weird, considering when you have the 5, it should give you cover like right across the pitch.
Yeah,
I've not seen Man United switch balls, switch the play, bro. I've not seen United switch the play so much in a game, and the balls are reaching their destination, and that player has having time to bring it down, and is shifting the whole Tottenham team. We switched the ball so much tonight from both sides. And I was wondering, like, how are we able to? It's good that we're doing that to shift their entire team, but why are we able to? Why is that ball reaching its destination and there's no pressure on the player receiving it?
but I don't understand why he didn't try and change it. I mean, maybe he's got nothing to change it too, but I just don't understand this guy. I do not understand this guy.
Well, look,
They go on and on.
Richarlison and
Let us
Kulusevski
squeeze him,
are
I
out.
don't understand it.
He had a few players out, man. You know what I mean? Richarlison's out, Kulusevski's
Yeah.
out, and Lucas Moura's not fit. So that don't leave you with a lot. Do you know what I mean?
But the problem with playing the way that he plays, I mean, and this was the problem with Man United over the years, is if you set up negatively and your game plan doesn't kick in from minute 1, You can't then just all of a sudden start attacking and start trying to win the game. It's very difficult. That's why in the preview show we were saying it was important for Man United to get a good start in the game. Don't let Spurs get into their rhythm, because if you disrupt their rhythm, this is why I wanted Rashford to play up front, to create chaos. Because if you disrupt them, that's it. The game plan's out the window for them, because they rely on being tight, nicking a goal, and then catching you in a counter attack.
That's why we have to score
Wait,
first.
I've got a question for you.
Score first tonight, Mundo, because and I said that exactly. Once they go, it's like Jose. Remember us on the Jose. Once we went 1-0 down, the game plan goes out the window, and then we get banged. Yeah. And that's what it's very difficult as footballers. You play football, Mundo. We play Saturday and Sunday league. When you go negative, it's hard to get that attacking impetus again. Even when they made the changes, there was no worries. They were never going to score tonight. Kane had one shot. Who else came close in their team? Who else came close? Nobody. Son spooned it out in miles above the bar, right? That's one shot, David De Gea from a near post, and I expect to save it. And what? Big up the referee tonight. Big up the referee tonight, because it was offside. Kane's shot offside. He let the play go.
He let the play go all the way to the goal.
Go up near the end. Bang, we score, and that's what it was. But guys,
so wait a second, how do we get Eriksen and Martial back in his team?
Well, for me, Martial has to be 100% fit. But to me, obviously, it's going to be different tactics for Chelsea. People will go, oh, play the same team again. No, Chelsea play in a different way to Spurs. They're going to be coming for us. They're going to be attacking for us. We need to rely on the counter. We can't go gun-ho from minute one, because, again, if they get with their home fans, we have to be able to defend well. And every other performance against Arsenal, against Liverpool, all of it has been based on solid defense. Man United since Liverpool have only conceded one game. That's 3 games, even though we were disappointed. And Erik ten Hag should have gone for it. Made subbed Fred on Sunday. Tonight, he got it spot on. So smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Win, lose, draw, glaze us out, bank us out, people. Any of you guys anything to add? Not getting giddy, not getting carried away. We're taking this game specifically tonight. We're analyzing the game, what we just watched. These 3 watched it on telly. I was in that stadium, and I need to watch it again to see the game, because there was a lot going on in this football game. But the importance of Luke Shaw and Diego Dalot in terms of coming in and outnumbering them in midfield, and the way that Varane and Martinez dealt with their 2 up front was magnificent. Casemiro,
so that was just a
awareness, intelligence, level fucking above, levels above. Physically, he can't get there. That's why he got the yellow card. He goes in late in challenges when he goes in. He steamed in and he was late and he got the yellow card. But he stands up, and his intelligence to intercept that ball. Oh my God. I can only count him giving the ball away twice. Remember how many times Fred and McTominay used to give the ball away when they played as a holding guy? All day. And he's press resistant. He hides the ball. He knows when to give it and when to just take a touch, calm the tempo down. And that's what I saw tonight. But win, lose, draw, bank us out, glaze us out. We'll be doing a show tomorrow, guys, if you are available, analyzing the Ronaldo situation, because I'm not going to let it overshadow, which was a fantastic performance. And the first time at Old Trafford against a decent team who's third, Ten Hag took them apart. Ten Hag's tactics, and the team carried it out. We took Spurs apart. Spurs were bad, but we made them look bad. For once, we made them look bad. And that, to me, is a big thing.
Is this the first like real sign of Ten Hag football that we're seeing?
Do you know what I'd say? What I'm not going to do here is, I really like this manager, and I don't know anything about him again. Obviously, tonight is a phenomenal performance. I did not expect this at all tonight. No way.
You said it last night. We're playing against big men. We're playing against men.
Yeah. Tough. And do you know what I mean? I did not expect this at all, man. I'm not surprised. Like, I'm more surprised by how we have played than them doing that low block that did not pay off nothing. That's what I'm surprised by. But Ten Hag, man, I made the decision, and I still consider we could go to Chelsea and it could be a pile of shit.
course.
Yeah, I want to see this regular because tonight I am, really happy. But it's still the process. We're still going. So if we have a bad day at the office, we are going to have to take a few on the
Well,
chin. Maybe.
we analyze game by game. We analyze
Yeah,
game by
fine.
game, and we got to tell the truth. If they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
shit
We
tonight,
can't look
come
forward.
here,
Can't look
no
farther than that.
sugarcoating. Not on
Yeah.
this channel. No sugarcoating on this channel.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got it wrong. I tweeted Fred to get the winner tonight. When I saw him on the team sheet, I was spitting kittens, man. And I said Fred to get the winner, laughing emojis. He's had the last laugh on me tonight. And that's why, for me, he was my man of the match. But obviously, you give it to Bruno, no problem. Anyway, win, lose, or draw. Tomorrow, we'll dissect the Ronaldo situation because it's disgraceful. And nobody can make any excuses for what he did. I don't give a damn. You are a legend. Young players, there's 4 teenagers on that bench, and you're doing that. You're doing that. Get the hell out of here. Listen, win, lose, or draw. Effing Glazers out. Bankers out. I hope some of you heard it. Stand up if you hate Glazers. And after we score, we're singing Glazers out, Glazers out. That was loud and clear. The banners was there, and I'll post it on Twitter. Peace, love, light. Take care. Irfan, the brother's asking.
Oh yeah, look, go to my Mixcloud page, Irfan Rain. You'll see quite a few fella tribute mixes on there. We haven't uploaded the one from Saturday. We'll listen to it and then we'll upload it on Mixcloud. Just go on Mixcloud, my Irfan Rainy Mixcloud. You see a load of whole heap of African mixes on there and fella ones already. Okay.
There you go. There you go. Big up. Love and light, people. Take care. Bankers out, Glazers out. Win, lose, or draw. He's wearing a wig. He's wearing a wig. That Antonio Conte is wearing a wig. Get the hell out of here with that crimes against football, mate. See you later, Antonio. Ta-da! Arrivederci. Ciao, Bella. Take it away with that shite football, mate. Glazers out. Bankers out. Peace, love, light. See you tomorrow.